Okay, let us talk about some of the things that we should be doing as a people. Um, we already know that Black people are really at a disadvantage in the United States. We're the poorest people in the United States. We're the most disconnected people in the United States. But we also are some of the most powerful people in the United States as far as the inner spirit goes. Any group of people that have made it through the transatlantic slave trade and come out whole on the other end, you have to be a powerful people. Other people were wiped out with the type of violence that the new African has been dealt with in the United States. So that is what my concentration is on, the United States. And as you can see by the thumbnail of this video, the area that we are going to concentrate on is the area that is in the Black Belt. It's what's called as Black Belt. It is what the Republic of New Africa would call the Kush District. But if you can see the red lines, the red area of this map, I got it kind of detailed out there. The red area of this map, you can see the area that the initial concentration is going to be on. The green areas are the outline areas, but the red areas are counties in Mississippi that have a majority Black population for the most part. These are counties where Black people have a voting majority, which is important. It is an area that is not built up that well, which is also important because there's a little less to fight for other groups, a fewer other groups to fight with because there's less infrastructure in the area, but there's a lot of cheap land in the area. So that is why this will be the initial push for me, at least, to go down to Mississippi, to buy some land, and to build upon that land. And I'm not talking about this as in building a house or something like that. I'm talking about building a community. This is something that can be done. This is something that every other group of men have done. And when I talk, now, this is for all Black people, of course, but I'm basically talking to the men mostly because the men are the ones that are going to have to lead this charge. And you're going to have to lead it knowing that you might not benefit at all from this. Your children might not benefit at all from this. It might be your great-great-grandchildren that benefit from this. But you will be part of the group. You will be an ancestor that has sown the seed for the success of Black people in the United States. Now, of course, Black people have had plenty of success in the United States. But as a whole, we are suffering right now. And we are suffering because we are so disconnected, because we don't have an area on the map, this United States map, where we have decided that we are going to control all areas of life, economics, education, religion, all these areas of control, we are going to control it. And that's why it's important to be in an area that is majority Black, that we have a voting majority, where you don't have to convince others that you are worthy of survival. Because that's what this is about. Because every other people on this planet has a piece of land that they call their own, that they are developing, that they can say, this is ours, this is our home base, this is our safe haven. And we don't have that. So the thing about this area is very, very large. I know it looks like a small part of Mississippi, but it is, let's see, it is a total of about 21 counties, the red area, 21 counties. The total population in those counties is about 701,000, as you can see on this graphic. It's about 701,000. The total black population is 433,000 in that area. So black people are about 62% of the population in this reddened area. Also, this area is about the size, you see I have other nations on here. This area is about the size of Taiwan. Taiwan has 23 million people in that same area. Guinea-Bissau is about the same. They have 2 million people. Moldova, about the same, 2.6 million. Israel is smaller than this area. It's about 75% of this area. They have 9,600,000. Haiti is about 80% of this area. Haiti has 11 million people. So as you can see, when we're talking about getting that area to control, this is enough area where we can actually pull black people from all around the United States to this area. And the way to pull people into this area from around the United States is with economic development. And that's what we're going to talk about that later on. But this is just the initial introduction to the area that we want to draw on the map. As you can see, it's been drawn on the map. This is what other men have done. This is what they did in the Berlin Conference. They drew on the map and claimed areas, even though there were Africans in those areas. So do not feel embarrassed. Do not feel guilty. Do not feel any shame about drawing on a map, claiming an area, going into that area and trying to, control the area for the most part. So this is what it is. This is the beginnings of this plan. Like I said, so one thing that I want to say is we're going to do a whole video on the project that I want to take on, but that project's probably coming next. But like I said, this is just a small area for new Africans to call their own. It's enough area for multiple different groups to build communities. And this is what I always say, like, we already know that black people are very diverse people. We're not a monolith. We have different thoughts, different ideas, different religions, different feelings about everything, different political sides, all these other things. But what it is you can get enough of the people that think like you or think similarly to you together and build your community. And you connect that community to another black community, regardless of if they feel the exact same way about you. If you want to have a Muslim community, that's fine. You get you a Muslim community, and you shouldn't have no problem connecting it to a Christian community that somebody else or another group has built. And you guys exchange, expertise, money, all these kind of things. You guys trade with each other as if you were a nation. You build things that are interconnected. And when you have a concentrated area to deal with, you can do like other people have done. And it is embarrassing as a black man to go through black areas in this country and see every other people owning the corner stores, the restaurants, the grocery stores, everybody but black people owning these places and black people spending their money in these places. And then we're wondering why we are the poorest people in this country. It's because we're doing things backwards. And we have to start from the beginning. And our skin color is the gift and the curse. Because the one thing that we do know is, unlike us, other people will refuse to do business with us. But that also allows us to easily identify people that could be allies for us, which is other black people. There are at least 45 million black people in the United States. That is 3 times as many Jews as there are worldwide. So the excuse of not enough people, we don't even have to get a majority of people. 10% of the black people in this country supporting an area this concentrated would be enough. 10% supporting. And by supporting, I mean, if you build a vacation spot, people come down there and for vacation. People come down there and spend money. If you build an amusement park or anything that people use on a daily basis, you can do that. And if you have this concentrated area, what you can do is, like I said about the convenience stores, the corner stores, you can control the corner stores. You got a majority population. You can either buy out the current corner stores or put your corner store across the street or right next to them and get the community to support you above others. And if you have the majority population, that's all you need to do. Because there is no way that Arabs, Indians, Asians should be able to come into the black community, set up shop, and black people spend their money with them religiously. But we can't fault them if there is no black option in that area. We got to give them options. And that is our job as black men, to give them options. So this is just the beginning. This is just the opening salvo. This is just me trying to get my thoughts out there. I would like to hear anybody's comments about this area, your comments about building, about acquiring land. Anybody who has any kind of expertise, you can please contact me. You know how to do it on, either through the comment section or send me an email. And I would be happy to speak with you. But this is not what this is something where we're getting an area where we can have a lot of people. This is no different than the Mormons in Utah, except this is going to be us in Mississippi. It's no different. This is not anti-American. This is not a separatist movement. This is none of that. This is getting an area where we can control and thrive economically in some area that can serve as a home base for us. Peace.